What's up, crypto legends? Hope you're doing absolutely fantastic. Let's analyze the situation all together to see the next major opportunities for Bitcoin. How is everyone doing? Make sure to destroy that like button, and we are going to start off with this amazing stream. Now, let me know if you can hear me properly. Smash up that like button, guys. Share some love here. Show some support right away just by smashing that like button on your way in, and we're going to analyze the Bitcoin chart on the higher time frames, on the lower time frames as well, and take a look at the situation here for Bitcoin. What is going on? There is major opportunities. I've been making some really nice gains inside of this area over here, and I'm going to explain every single one of them, of course, explaining to the Legends community as well how they can find these small little opportunities inside of this small range. Yeah, guys, I mean, I really enjoy trading the area, not going to lie. These areas of small moves of 100 to 200, even $300 moves, just like the one that we had yesterday from this low to this high. You know, there are some pretty nice gains if you use a little bit of leverage and good risk management to be made. And I'm going to explain them why right away in this episode, guys. So make sure to destroy the like button. I'm just going to go through the comment section, let some people get into the live stream. We can take a look at higher time frames, also take a look at a bit of Elliott wave theory to see and understand where we're currently at. Also looking at the timing. Will we see more downside here in the next coming months, or are we just going to bottom out very close here to this $24,000 area and get a huge major recovery? Of course, that is only possible if the DXY reverses from this point, which doesn't look like it's going to do. We're having another pump here today. Let's see if it fails to break out from the highs created on the 18th of August, because if the DXY starts smashing through, guys, that is bad news for Bitcoin. We should be looking for shorting opportunities if the price of Bitcoin does recover to certain levels that I'm going to explain right away in this live stream. So let's go right away, say hello to the community as people join, and say hello to everybody. Father Time, let's go. Smash the like button on your way in. Legend says Father Time, absolutely. Let's go. What's up, Andy and everyone? My legend, Aditya, how are you? Minister, we are here. Yes, David, 26K is the champ. Probably yes, probably going to 26K. DXY is not looking extremely good. You know, it is pumping like crazy here for the last couple of hours, having a major rise. Let's see if it is going to stop. But if it starts moving aggressively, it's going to be bad news, guys. It's going to be bad news for Bitcoin. Dollar is about to take off, says Valentino. Yes, sir. We are going to take a look at the DXY also on this live stream to understand, you know, how we just hitting the resistance, and it probably just wants to pop. It is ready for a pop, or it's ready to reject. We were consolidating here nicely. So far, it's going to have another attempt. Let's see if this attempt is going to fail again, just like we've had the previous days, failing to get above this resistance zone. Now it's having another attempt. If it blasts through, guys, then it's going to be bad news for Bitcoin. Not only in the immediate short term, in the coming days, it's going to be bad news for Bitcoin for the next coming months. Main reason why, we'll be breaking structure, guys. We'll be breaking here. It will likely to be a new uptrend for the DXY in the months ahead, entering into 2024. This is the crucial pivot point for the DXY, guys. If it's broken, then we'll just have to buy some cheaper Bitcoin. It is what it is, right? Let me know if you can sound as good. Okay, great. We'll take a look at some altcoins as well. Keep it a little bit exciting here for the community. Yeah, right away. Like smash, says Felipe. How are you doing? Thanks for joining. Theta, please. Okay, we can take a look at Theta afterwards, after doing a Bitcoin macro analysis and short-term analysis, talking about some levels that we are talking in the Legends community and getting them ready to let them understand, you know, the scalping levels that we have. And yesterday we did some really good scalping levels. I provided some great levels for scalping, and I will be sharing them on the live stream. You want to know what is going on in the Legends, and of course, a lot of people as swing traders, as day traders, might think that this range is extremely boring. Hey, what can I do here? You know, what a boring price action. There is multiple opportunities inside of the level, and of course that will be explained in today's live stream. So make sure to grab your cup of tea, your cup of coffee, your beer, whatever, and get some popcorn, because we are going to talk about some You know, really good trading setups that have happened during the last few days inside of this range. So let's get it. Thanks, Andy. All sound G. Crystal clear. Perfect. I just jumped in, says Felipe. Jumped into long. There is an acceptable long. Think about these long levels here. Small little squeezed range. What I don't like is the DXY absolutely rocketing here for the last 2 hours. So getting into some scalp longs. Yeah. The good thing about this, you can manage your risk so well on these liquidity grabs. They're just really good for risk management. You know, we'll be aiming for this high potentially. Maybe this one first, maybe then this one. But overall, it's not looking too great. You know, the DXY is flying. Come on. We want to be extremely cautious. Looks like what doesn't want to stop. But, you know, nevertheless, we do have those opportunities here on the chart. Okay, so we'll be analyzing that right away. Smash the like, says Father Time. What comes first, 25.6, 25.5 or 26.5? Let's ask the community. Shall we ask the people what comes first? Right away here on a poll. Keep this interesting. Start a poll. What comes next, guys? What comes next for Bitcoin? And we're going to go here with 26.5 or 25.5k. Let me know, guys, right away. What do you think? Father Time, thank you for joining, my man. Pac-Man, I can see you there also. What's up, legends? QNT, if you have any time. Absolutely, I'm here. Loving the content as always. Andy Pandy says Zic Dot. Absolutely. DXY monthly. Shall we take a look at the DXY monthly? We are analyzing the DXY, of course. Very important. Because, yeah, it's all about the DXY, guys. A lot of people think it's all about the stocks. But, of course, if DXY pumps, yeah, stocks will mainly crash as well. So, yeah, the strength of the dollar, guys. The world reserve currency, it is the dollar. So, everything's around the dollar for the moment till we actually see BRICS, for example. Till we actually see Bitcoin, you know, as being the world reserve currency. For the moment, it is the dollar. Everything works around the dollar. So dollar is about to blast off of a major resistance zone. If this were to be the case, I'm afraid so. We're going to have to buy some more cheap Bitcoin. That is what it is. Yeah, let's take a look at the DXY on the monthly. I've got someone here on the monthly. Zoom in here on the monthly. I mean, it's interesting. It's interesting. We do have that monthly level. We could have still a failed attempt. Now, we do have to break above the 104 level successfully. It could have an attempt at moving higher here and then, you know, start correcting down. It's a possibility. But we know the deal. When we have a pump, a drop, and we consolidate like this, yeah, we have an attempt here on a breakout. Unfortunately for the DXY, let's be realistic with this. It has to fail miserably. Has to fail miserably. Because if not, Bitcoin's going down. Baronin, hello. Andy Lowe. I really love to be part of the legends. I love your TA, but don't have enough funds, says Andy Lowe. Well, no worries. Just take a look at YouTube education and then take a look at the major opportunities that we talk about. How to be a sniper trader, how to manage your risk very, very well. This is all taught here also on YouTube. Dump to 24,850 is okay. Below Houston, we have a problem, says Emre. Yes, absolutely. 21,500 we have here in the comment section. Hi, Andy. What do you think about the daily RSI on Bitcoin? I don't really use RSI much, but we can take a look at it. Why not here for the community? What do I think about it? I've got some major levels here that can be explained in the live stream, of course. Let's go here right away with the RSI and take a look here at what is going on with the RSI. It's extremely oversold, right? By the looks of things. RSI here on the daily is extremely oversold. So is that a good sign? Yeah, it hasn't been this oversold for years, right? It's been, yeah, since the March crash in 2020, the C19 crash, the Black Swan event. It hasn't been this low since 2020. So very interesting scenario here for the Bitcoin price on the daily RSI. Very oversold. So you would assume that a recovery should happen, a dead cat bounce, you name it, should happen on Bitcoin. So we're going to talk about a possible swing trade setup that I've been talking about with the legends, right? So RSI at historical lows. Yes, sir. Yes, indeed. Cheeky short, maybe. If anything, this is a great risk management long. You might get stopped out. People are fearful with stop losses. They are very fearful. But when you have the risk, it's brilliant. I love to have tight invalidation stop losses because, yeah, they are just part of the game. They are part of the game. Getting stopped out is part of the game, of course. Let's destroy the like and break some records, and maybe we can talk Andy into a Legends Community 1 month giveaway. Yes, sir, absolutely. There will be a 1 month giveaway of the Legends Community on YouTube. Absolutely. So anyway, let's go right away with the high time. Binance selling BTC. Yeah, that's apparently a news that is going on also. Binance selling BTC. Also, Vitalik Buterin, I think, is selling, I don't know, $1 million worth of Ethereum. So it's definitely a possibility for a small little sell-off. Yes, definitely there. So anyway, let's go with the higher time frames, guys. Let me just go here with the poll and see what the community are saying about what comes first, 26.5k or 25.5k. It looks like that people are in favor of 25.5k. So yeah, maybe we are going to see 25.5k. Let's get ready because we might be doing some live trading on here. Gotta do an update on the Legends trading community on the World Series of Trading. Apparently, we've had not such a great year in the World Series of Trading, guys. We ranked 78. We dropped many ranks. It seems like a lot of people got burnt with the drop, not managing their risk at all. We had a lot of, almost 100% losses. I could not do anything for people that haven't got insanely good risk management. But by the looks, I think a lot of people got absolutely burnt here from the team, and it's obviously bringing the ranks down. This has happened with the crash. Like I said, the crash is a bit of a non-event for me. If I'm not in a short position from way higher, this is a bit of a non-event for me. I'm not emotional. I don't rush into a short. I don't look for longs as we're knife falling. It's a bit of a non-event. If I'm not already in a short position from higher levels, then obviously, I'm basically not in this trade, right? I'm not longing, I'm not shorting. Same as here. I can make great gains. I can manage my risk very well in this environment, guys, because I did actually short right over here and I did actually long here. However, I took profits already here and I took profits on this short right over here as well. So it's more of a day trade mentality. So anyway, let's go through the major levels here all together on YouTube. What am I looking for here next? Apart from this possible small little risky long, okay? It is a bit of a risky long, but it is a possible long setup. I mean, the good thing about this long is the risk management, because you can make, either get stopped out or make 5-to-1 risk to reward. These are the kind of small little risk management trades that you can take here. It's a possibility. I like the stop loss. I like the take profit. We are having bullish CVD divergence, meaning that we are creating aggressive lower lows on the CVD, higher lows on the Bitcoin price, meaning that there are aggressive retail shorts here, just a few million getting into short positions, getting absorbed by the big players. So yes, we could even have another leg down to 25,900 or even 25,800, still creating those aggressive lower lows on the CVD. So not great support here, unfortunately. We don't have insanely great support, meaning that, looking at the fixed range volume profile, it is the value area low. Could we get a movement down and attempt to move lower, but then get a fast recovery for a potential long as well. I mean, what is disturbing is this chart over here. Come on, the DXY. Hey, calm down, dollar. You need to start reversing. So, yeah, going back here to the price of Bitcoin. Is there a possibility? You know, what other levels do we have here? I mean, value area low of the entire range, you know, looks pretty nice. It doesn't look bad for a support claiming this low over here. Could we get a bounce? If we do break through, what we want to see here, legends, is a nice volume move to the downside to see that possible successful breakdown. If it moves down from here and, you know, has very low volume, I can already tell you it could be a massive big wick, okay? Of course, it's a bit of a sniper trade. I would take it as a swing trade setup. It's definitely a possibility when you're managing your risk. It's a possibility because what you could be forming here is a Gartley pattern on the lower time frames, right? Where you have pivot low right there to this pivot to this one right there. It's not the most beautiful, but it's still very much valid. It's still very much a valid harmonic. This could be in the next hour or so. It's possible. The only thing that is making this possible, this harmonic, if we're not going to bounce from this level, is the CVD divergence, right? Where we do have, you know, we just have aggressive shorters here, market shorts entering the market. So yeah, we could have an attempt of going lower, more people shorting as we drop, and then get an epic bounce, forming this Gartley pattern, right? You need to understand that it's definitely a possibility. Of course, how can I long this? Because this might end up into a wick. It might end up in just a, you know, a wick down here and then a recovery. Well, it's yeah, if anything, I would take it as a swing trade. If volume starts picking up very aggressively here, then obviously it's not a great trade. You know, if you start seeing a massive volume coming down here into the level, then it's obviously not looking great. It could just basically slice through here to the low. So would not be interested. There we have an attempt right there on moving lower. It would be nice to get that move down here. Even Canada knows it's Trump Bitcoin 2024. Tomorrow, Nvidia, after New York close, it's going to be juicy in Sydney and Asia. We're hiring, apply and receive a free. We got McDonald's hiring team, free Happy Meal, and start your Tuesday off with a flip Big Macs and fixing the ice cream machine. Says McDonald's hiring right now. Maybe first liquidation wick, says Emre, then upside, then downstairs. What's your opinion? We're still kind of in this range, right? So moving here in this range, up and down, up and down. I mean, after this movement down, it would be nice to get that. It would be nice to get another attempt moving down here, trying to break the value area low of the range. Got to be honest. Would be nice to hit the 7-8 Fibonacci from this pivot low to pivot high to form that kind of Gartley pattern and then get the wick. Of course, this is an aggressive long entry, not going to lie. It's an aggressive long because what you are aware of is this low over here. You're leaving the range. So, you know, at some point you are going to break through here down or break to the upside as you leave the value area high or the value area low. Right, this is the risk that you do have if you're trying to get into any trades out of the range. So far, it's holding as support. It's the 618 Fibonacci as well, right, from this pivot low to the pivot high. So it is a kind of a bouncing level. It is a possible bouncing level. It's the 618 from the pivot low of yesterday to the pivot high. So yeah, no doubt it's a bouncing zone here as well. And the reason why of this level to bounce is getting a decent bounce now, just after getting that move down. The reason why is because of CVD, guys. You know, the CVD is insanely bullish, right? Bullish CVD divergence here, very aggressive ones. So it could get that bounce. It could get that bounce from this value area low. We just need to accept it. The bad thing is your stop loss here. I mean, that wick already was a good stop loss. Probably got a stopped out right there if anybody attempt that. But overall, it's such a tiny stop. And if it goes without you, then it is what it is. I'm going to explain the setups that we were mentioning on the Legends trading community yesterday, because the channel is all about education. It's all about trying to read where is the next big trading opportunity, whether it's a scalp or a day trade. And of course, you want to know that education. You want to be prepared on how to get into those setups. But we're very much aware of a long scenario from this area and also a short scenario from this area over here. I'm going to explain it right away here, looking at the Legends community. Now, let me just get a chart here and explain that setup right away, guys. So basically, why was this a good long-in opportunity right over here, guys? Exactly yesterday at 5 o'clock Central European time, with this movement down to 25,750. Why was there a good long attempt at that range? So basically, the reason why this was a good long attempt, and this is on the BTC US dollar pair, is we have a series of lows right there, this one and this one. These series of lows were taken with this movement down, meaning it had a swing failure pattern. It was a liquidity grab from these lows. And as you do get that wick, okay, it's a bit aggressive. It is a bit of an aggressive, you know, entry right there as the volume is relatively high. However, this is not going to let you get into a long setup. When you range trading, it's all about claiming highs and claiming lows, right? So I'll claim this low right over there. You actually, you know, had this liquidity grab, and then you have a run up here to the next high right there. So it's all about getting squeezed in a range, and you want to take advantage. So that is, you know, a scenario that was mentioned yesterday. We talk about multiple setups. If we break this zone, then we go to the next zone. If we break this zone, then we go to the other zone, right? So, you know, I provide different analysis on Bitcoin, talking about the levels. Obviously, there was more levels. There was this level to be taken if that level was not taken, and then we follow through and take this low over here at 25,780, we could get an absolute phenomenal bounce from this zone. Now, yeah, basically that was one of the setups that was provided. Be ready, be planned, have a plan, know where to put your stop loss, know how to recognize that wick rejection. Your stop loss is beneath the level. Stop losses are minor, guys. They are very, very small. You want small losses. Yeah, basically, that was one of the setups right there. And of course, another setup that was provided was a short position from the lows right over here, from the highs, from the last lower highs, basically. And let me just, you know, show you that information, because yes, obviously we do talk about multiple different setups. We talk about higher time frames as well, and talking about, you know, basically higher time frame levels. But if they're not reached, because we might be days here squeezing inside of this level, we don't know if we are going to be here for another 2 days, right? And we do have higher time frame levels, right? There is higher time frame levels where we are interested in, such as this high over here of the dead cat bounce, or this low over here that was created after the dead cat bounce. Rolling down, we created a, you know, a crucial level there to take trading decisions. What if this does take days? People want to trade. People want to scalp the areas as well. Well, obviously, we do take a look at the ranges here. And, you know, it's very important to understand that we might be even trading inside of this range for another 2 days, right? We've already been 4 days here, so it might take another 2 days range trading. So we just need to be ready for those levels. After providing that long setup here in the Legends community, we talked about two major highs that if claimed, they could get rejected and then come back down to the lows, right? And basically those are these highs right over here. We've got these highs, which is exactly at $26,290. So if those highs are claimed and fail to move lower, then obviously move higher, then obviously we are looking for that rejection move back down to come to test the lows of the area. So if these highs are not claimed, because we talk about multiple levels, obviously we talk about the scalping zones as well. If these highs are claimed, and these are beautiful two highs right there, we also got the possibility of rejecting from that level. And the plan here is to get into short as you reject and get acceptance back beneath the lows. So you stop losses here, and then you're aiming for the low level range. For example, the point of control of the area, which is right over here. So it's around about a $200 drop. But yeah, with $200 drop, with a bit of leverage, you can manage your risk very well and make some pretty nice gains when you have these rejections. So that was a crucial level here that we talked about as well yesterday. That was before I was going to sleep, making you understand that, hey, we're probably going to hit that zone and potentially get rejected from it. So it was obviously a possibility right there. So basically those levels, trying to look up for it here on the Legends community here, on a video that we talked about. Those levels are very much, recognized as well here, sharing the possibilities of, hey, if these highs are claimed and we reject from the 26,180, we could be ready here for the setup. They're relatively easy to understand trades. Of course, people have, they kind of freeze before they take that decision, right? Because no one wants to get into a short as the price is pumping, or no one wants to get into a long as the price is dropping. So this is why you need to have, your plans. You need to have level plans, levels to the downside and levels to the upside, right? And once those levels are hit, you need to take that decision and recognize the exhaustion moment, recognize the wick basically, which is a failed breakout. So if you want those updates, of course, want that guidance, that analysis, you have the Legends Trading community, guys, down below. If you want to join, I spend a lot of time there, posting videos morning, at night, showing the possibilities of what could happen. You have the Legends community if you want to join right there, where we do have those daily updates and possible setups on Bitcoin and showing you the risk management that you need to take. If you're not interested in any communities and just know how the way I trade with the strategies that I use, you have the Legends Masterclass, of course. The Legends Masterclass is also down below, where you have all of the modules ready, going from basics to professional, using the advanced tools to know how to read the market and get into those opportunities, guys. You got the Legends down below Masterclass if you want to learn those modules to learn how to trade like a pro. I have a shot off, trade safe, Legends. Hey, thank you, Pac-Man, for joining. Father Time, thank you. Good, this is Chainlink is not going anywhere. Chainlink is not going anywhere. It's only going to rocket. Master, we need you. We're holding support. Could there be another long attempt here? I mean, of course they can. You just need to manage your risk very well. We're having multiple attempts in breaking down here the value area low. So this might hold in the immediate short term, guys. This might hold in the immediate short term. Value area low of the range, trying to hold here nicely. It is also, like I said, the 618 from this pivot low to the pivot high. So overall, it is holding nicely. The thing is about getting into these trades, you can be very, very defensive. Being defensive is the absolute key, guys, to survive in trading. Because if you get random, stop losses or adding to position that are in a loss, the market will catch you. It will catch you at some point, and when it catches you and it burns you. So this is why you want to stay away from these macro movements here to the downside or to the upside. This range trading is where the best opportunities are, in my opinion. It might seem boring, but the scalping here to be made inside of this zone is absolutely phenomenal. You know, it's just as, you know, this would have preferred the 7-8, not going to lie, but overall it is the value area low of the trading range. 618 right there. You know, if you enter a trade right there exactly at this low as you recover on the, you know, mini range low being taken, you can be very defensive. You know, the bad thing about this is obviously you have the point of control, but if you're scalping, it's like bang, you enter at the lowest level possible. You know it's at support, just because it's the value area low of the entire trading range, and you're hitting the 618 Fibonacci. You know it is a support level. So you can manage your risk very well. Don't be afraid of getting stopped out once or twice, because the stop loss is insignificant. You can manage your risk very, very well here on these setups. You know, you could even take profit one at the point of control of the zone, right? Obviously, you can leave some open, say 50%, 40%, protect position. You're in a free trade. Let's see if we do manage to come to the highs. If it rolls back down, then obviously you're getting stopped out at break even, paying some minor fees. It's the best way to trade the range. Let's go right away. Where is the mod? I've only got Father Time here. If you want BTC to hit the level you're looking for, hit that like. Yes, sir. I have been having problems with Bybit, missing my stop loss, as well as my splitting my limit buys and sells into multiple orders. Is this common, Andy? It's very rare. I mean, there could be a missed take profit or stop loss, but by a few dollars, or give or take $10 or $20. You know, sometimes there is a little bit of a spread, especially if the movements are very large. But it's uncommon. It is uncommon to happen. So yeah, not showing any signs of strength right now, and falling to hold 25k could make us dump all the way to $19,000. It's definitely $19,000. Yeah, let's go to the higher time frame, of course, and understand the situation here on the higher time frame, because if we do lose the $25,000 area, guys, it's not looking great. This could end up in a big, massive double top scenario, breaking here the major support level. And of course, there is hardly any support range in between $19,000 and $25,000. Remember, it's just it's pretty simple to understand that this is a high risk zone. It's a high risk zone. Of course, you can consolidate. We will be aware to try and get in at the lowest level possible. If we consolidate and create those, you know, that double bottom scenario or whatever, we'll be ready to snipe at a long position. However, we need to understand that we don't want to be chasing any falling knife for any type of long positions unless we get a stop, unless we get a consolidation. Trying to long a falling knife is suicide. It just is, right? That's pretty obvious. And something to recognize from these movements up or movements down is when you move this fast through certain price levels, you can move as fast to the upside, as you can see right over here. So when you move fast to the upside from an area of consolidation, you can move as fast down, okay? Not leaving any kind of support at this area. This is why we haven't got any levels of major support where the price has consolidated and left a high volume node. So we just need to be extremely aware that if we start getting high volume, this could actually capitulate down to this zone. It's very much a reality, okay? It's very much a reality. Bam, liquidity grab here beneath $19,000. Now, what could happen is you could get a massive epic bounce of several $1,000s at $19,500, approximately $19,500, just like what happened on the futures exchange here, where we have this low being claimed, not on the spot exchanges, and having a massive $2,000 pump in an instant, right? So you can be ready if you can manage your risk very well also at this low. If we were to drop aggressively, guys, you know, the only level that you want to try and get into a long is only if the price wicks beneath the low here and gets above the level. Soon as it gets above the level, you can snipe along, you can protect your position, and the bounce should be quite epic. Okay, just like the one we had here on the futures exchange on Bybit, for example. If we go to BTC US dollar here on Bybit, or you know, any futures exchange, you can go to BitGet or to Femex. You know, this low has been claimed, obviously. And this is the same scenario that I'm talking about, basically claiming the liquidity, stopping out all of those absolute moon boys that are, you know, longing or adding to their longs and stuff like that, getting absolutely wrecked. You know, you only need a 10x longing from this zone to get liquidated here, guys. You know, it's not much of a move down when you look at it like this, but $2,000 drop, you know, you're already liquidating people that are in a 12x or 14x. So imagine the people that are 20x, 30x, you know, they just have no chance. They have no chance in surviving this drop, unless you're adding, you know, a lot of capital as you move down. So as you know, you claim the low, you get the bounce. Right, so as you get above this range, you know, you need to be a sniper trader, get in quickly before the recovery happens, because you don't want to long here. You want to long as soon as you recover from the low. So it's definitely a possibility. If it does capitulate, obviously if we can short it, we will short it. Okay, if we can short from higher levels, then obviously we will short it. But we are very much aware of the move down here failing. You know, we have some plans in the Legends community where hey, you know, this might not drop down. We will be ready to recognize how we are going to hit this level and how to get into a long with good risk management. It's just how we need to do it, guys. And of course, how can we recognize it? There's obviously getting a stop, obviously stopping here. Those stops are going to give us that possibility in getting into a long setup, right? So if it were to break down here, we're looking something very similar. We might capitulate, and as soon as you recover, you can get into a long. Chasing here, the short is obviously not an option because we are very much aware of a failed move down. What do you mean for a failed move down here? Well, basically, if it fails to move down from this low of the wick, basically going to the 618 Fibonacci from the pivot low to the pivot high of the dead cat bounce. And if you do start getting a reaction at that zone, this is the zone of interest that you want to be in. Here's where you can possibly look for a long if the price stops at the 618. If you're slicing through, you know the deal. I'm not looking for longs as you're hitting the level. No way I'm longing here. I could be longing, you know, here as you are getting the consolidation and the tests of the lows. It's just the best way you can trade. It's the best way you can trade. Forget about falling knives and volatility, because they will catch you. I'm here. DeWalt, how are you doing? Hi, Andy. Can you take a look at BNB for swing long? Let's take a look at BNB right away. DXY getting a bit of rejection. Bitcoin, does it have an option? DXY should be falling. It might not. It might recover here and break the resistance created from the last few days. It might happen today, guys. But let's take a look at BNB here for a possible swing long position. Let's take a look at BNB right away. BNB is having a swing failure pattern from the lows at the moment. Could get a significant bounce right now. You got good risk management. Could come back up here to claim the highs of this small little range. It definitely does have a chance after this failed move down. The good thing about this is how well you can manage your risk. I mean, you can manage your risk here so well. It's just I mean, this is just take a look at let's just zoom out here. Oh, not looking that great, actually. Not looking that great for a swing long position. At this point, after breaking here this higher low support trend line and managing to act as resistance, yeah, basically we have been losing this low over here from June, so it's not looking insanely great, got to be honest. You know, if anything, if any swing long position, right, obviously you've got day trades and scalps to be happening inside of the range, but for a swing long position, I would aim for the lows created here in June of 2022 for a possible double bottom We love double bottoms. We love failed breakouts from the bottom, and they are very easy to recognize. That would be the best swing long position that I would see available. Of course, this being a swing long, this could take weeks, if not months, to get a recovery. If it were to come beneath the $180 and fail to move lower, it's a level of recovery here. And you can only manage your risk and be defensive so you don't lose any of your capital. That's the best swing long here. Hey, thanks for the $10, Chapentra. Ex Pantera, sorry, Capital. I appreciate your work. Si puede verificar en TradingView Merit Circle Ticker. MC, thank you. Te deseo lo mejor. Merit Circle Ticker. What is this? What is Merit Circle Ticker? In TradingView. TradingView Merit Circle Ticker. Is it an indicator? Verificar en TradingView Merit Circle Ticker. Yeah, I can't find that. Yeah, apparently we don't have that as an indicator or a strategy. BNB is about to fall into the depth of the cryptoverse. Yes, it's definitely a possibility. You know, it's like I said, I was zooming in here on the possibility of a potential quick long scalp, but I got to be honest, when we zoom out a little bit, it's very important to zoom out and recognize the context. You know, this just looked like, you know, we are on our way to come down to the lows here from June of 2022. I would aim for this target, guys. I mean, this is obviously not looking great. You know, we're losing the consolidation of the last 2 months. You know, it's basically losing it. So I would say more downside to the $180 range for BNB is kind of inevitable, right? It needs to happen. We're losing the lows from the range. It's not looking great. Not looking great, guys. Oh, wow, I just got a spanner. Yes, sir, you have. DeWalt. We love spanners. Thanks for joining. Mescal, how are you? Thanks for joining. Merit Circle is a coin. Oh, okay, Merit Circle is a coin. It's not an indicator. Yeah, imagine. I don't have any idea of this Merit Circle. I thought it was an indicator. Merit Circle, MC. Okay, there you have it. MC US dollar. You know, this is how bad of a knowledge I have on altcoins. Yeah, basically, I only know my altcoins that I accumulate, which is obviously 10 altcoins only. Token name is Merit Circle on Binance. Okay, so MC US dollar. What about this analysis on this one? It looks like it's forming a bottom formation here. This actually had this is actually in a level to short, not gonna lie. Because you're basically claiming the liquidity above this, one of the last lower highs right there, as you can see. So it's a failed breakout from the last lower high here. You have that failed breakout and you are getting that dead cat bounce, which is giving you a possible opportunity to get into another short to come back down to the lows of the range in the next coming weeks. Obviously, you know, it looks like we are going to find a bottom formation very soon, but we got to be honest, the trend is still very much to the downside, and any of this recovery, especially claiming above a high that is failing to move higher, I think it's a good short, not going to lie. You know, of course, big failed breakout. You could have another attempt here, and that would give you a great opportunity, getting that one more attempt, right, to get those stopped out, those shorters. But overall, it will be another great shorting opportunity, swing trade scenario here, looking at the 4-hourly time frame. You know, this is what happens on the chart, right? You claim highs, you claim lows. You claim highs right there, you fail. If you fail to claim the high, you will likely move down to the next low, right, which would be this one, but obviously it came all the way down to the other one. So it's the same scenario. This lower high right there, interesting. You came above it, came beneath it, bang, back down below. Now you've claimed this one right over here. So what do you think? if it's, you know, what the chart usually does is this: claim the highs, come down, claim the highs, come down. So what do you think is going to happen if you claim this high over here with this wick? You're getting a bit of a dead cat bounce right now, giving you the possible opportunity to get into the short. Yeah, I think it's going to roll down in the next coming days and weeks. So that's the simple analysis. Following the trend is your friend on this. Right. Yeah, guys, all of these, I'm not sure if this one can be traded on Bybit, but if you want to trade on Bybit, on Binance, sorry, this is traded on Binance. I don't think this one is available on Bybit. Bybit is the best exchange for me, okay? I've been trading for over 4 years on Bybit right now. You get $30,000 worth of bonus for anybody that is interested. It's another way to support the channel, but it's also the best trading platform for me. Of course, there are other alternatives. There's Bitflex that has no KYC, which is a phenomenal platform as well. They have a bunch of altcoins that they've added. You do get $10 worth of bonus just by depositing $100 and placing a trade. You get $10 worth of bonus. For anybody there that's a small fish, just by depositing $100, get $10 on top. Absolutely phenomenal. There's a tutorial on Bitflex as well. It's another way to support the channel. It's another way for you to trade on the best exchanges that are available out there. So, Andy, why don't you use moving averages? The reason why you don't use moving averages, I just see them. They are disturbing on the chart. They pierce through up and down on the moving averages so many times. It's very disturbing for me to get into a strategy with moving averages. You know, it's just, yeah, they do get respected sometimes, but not enough, right? So it's just, yeah. Andy, check CVD on the 1 day chart. Looks good, but on longer time frame, CVD is not a very great tool. Yeah, not on longer time frame. I think CVD obviously is a powerful tool for scalpers and day traders. More day traders inside of the day. Maybe a small swing trade that might be 1 or 2 days. But yeah, overall, yeah, on the higher time frames, I don't think it's an insanely powerful tool because, yeah, there's massive bullish CVD divergence on the higher time frames. Aggressive lower lows on the CVD and higher lows on the price action. So, but it's not too reliable. This could crash into an instant, right? So it's just not reliable. It's reliable much more on the lower time frames, right? CVD, looking for bullish CVD. No doubt that there's a possibility here in failing to move lower, okay? This Gartley pattern could come into fruition. It's very much a reality, a possibility. Guys, I'm going to do another live stream. I got to kick off right now just for an hour, but I will be doing another live stream afterwards. Who is up for a live stream? If we do get to 300 likes, we will be doing another live stream in about 2 to 3 hours from now and try and do some live trading on YouTube. How do you think about that? We are doing another live stream, guys. If we do get, 300 likes is going to be difficult, but let's get to 300 likes, guys. We'll be back for some live trading on YouTube. Who wants to do a bit of live trading? Look for the opportunities, live scalping, because we are still in the range and we can find those opportunities live. Smash up the like button, guys, if you want to see a live stream in the next coming hours for live trading, guys. Yes, sir. Let's do it. Thank you, guys. I got to rush off and I'll see you very, very soon.